When it was revealed that Cobra Kai Season 6 would be the final season, fans were devastated. But the show ending with Season 6 might just be the best choice, because it's the perfect time for the show to end. I mean, no one wants the show to go on for longer than it needs to, right? Most of the show's storylines have been wrapped up, and almost all of the rivalries have been put to rest. It was surprising to see Johnny and Daniel finally put their decades-old feud to the side so they could defeat Silver. But what was even more surprising was that Miguel and Robbie made up too. Never in a million years did I ever think these two could see eye to eye, but I guess they finally realized their fighting was causing more harm than good. Plus, if Johnny and Carmen actually get married now that they're having a baby, Miguel and Robbie will actually become brothers. Even Tori and Sam have kinda found a middle ground the two can settle on. While they aren't friends or anything, at least they aren't ripping each other's hair out like before. There isn't really that much chance for any of these characters to start fighting again, since they're in the same dojo now. If you really think about it, then the 5th season of Cobra Kai brought the series full circle. It starts off with an all-valley karate tournament and now ends with a global karate competition. After 4 tournaments in total, fans have been waiting for the outcome of this final showdown. The second half of Cobra Kai Season 5 is a build-up for the Sekai Takai, an international tournament, which both Cobra Kai and Miyagi Fang will take part in.
Wow, that's like your whole life. William starts to give me a year.
I know for everybody.
I wish I was an Oscar Mayer wiener. I don't know how it goes.
That's why.
I didn't write this one down, but I did grab Joe Jonas's foot at a Jonas Brothers concert.
Pop star, come on. I'll go Taylor Swift.
The Jonas Brothers.
Which it's all good.
Just me.
It's all good.
I've never called you William before, but William, will you take?
If the show goes on beyond Season 6 though, then it can risk losing the one thing everyone loves about the show. Cobra Kai could lose its magic, but the show ending in Season 6 prevents that from happening. The good thing about Cobra Kai is that the showrunners were able to plan ahead and decide on an end point, Season 6. This was the best decision since some of the storylines were already becoming a bit repetitive, and it would only get even worse if the show dragged on for longer. There are only so many tournaments and sensei fights we can watch before the show starts to lose its charm. By knowing in advance when it will end, Cobra Kai Season 6 can be a finale that lives up to expectations and delivers the biggest, baddest season yet. The Karate Kid franchise has come a long way since 1984, and Cobra Kai Season 6 is set to be its biggest climax yet. While the exact location of the Sekai Takai tournament was never revealed, it's likely that the final season of Cobra Kai will take place outside of Los Angeles, with a new setting and possibly a new set of characters. This will be the ultimate battle in this Karate Kid universe, one that has been building up to this point for nearly 4 decades. With the Sekai Takai tournament, Cobra Kai Season 6 can be the endgame of the entire story, with all its characters finally coming together and clashing on the same battlefield. But that's not the only way the show could end. With the end of the show getting closer, Cobra Kai's future is starting to become very uncertain. Currently, the dojo has no students or senseis. Silver was arrested after his very brutal fight against Chosen and Daniel, while Kreese escaped jail and is currently on the loose. And all the students left the dojo after they found out that Silver paid off the referee in the All-Valley tournament. But there's still no way Cobra Kai won't be in the Sekai Takai tournament. After all, the show is literally called Cobra Kai. How could it not be in the final tournament of the show? Although I'm not exactly sure how they're supposed to do that, considering there's literally no one in the dojo at the moment, but then again, Silver always finds a way. Plus, I find it really hard to believe that Silver would actually let himself get arrested. Considering how rich he is, he'll probably find one way or another to get out. At the tournament, there will probably be all kinds of dojos from all over the globe. So, unlike the previous seasons, the show won't just limit itself to Miyagi Fang versus Cobra Kai fights. Even though Cobra Kai's dojo situation is pretty messy right now, everyone's still expecting them to win it all since it's Cobra Kai. But there's a theory that it'll actually be the complete opposite. If Cobra Kai won the tournament, it would solidify the dojo's status as the most successful karate dojo in the world. But that would make it seem like Silver's plan actually succeeded, which which wouldn't really be a good look since Silver basically cheated his way to the top with money. But with Silver and Kreese gone, who could lead Cobra Kai again? You'll be surprised to hear it'll probably be Johnny. Recent seasons of Cobra Kai have put the show in a pretty tough spot, since the dojo has gone back to being the villain once again. The series initially flipped the perspective on the iconic Karate Kid story by focusing on Johnny Lawrence instead of Daniel. This show was his attempt to make things right for his dojo and its new students. But ever since Kreese took over in season 2, things have gone downhill for Cobra Kai. The dojo has become more and more estranged from its original purpose under new leadership, and it only got worse with Terry Silver returning. It would be a disservice to end the show with Cobra Kai simply as a villain to be defeated, especially since it started off with Johnny reopening the dojo just to help Miguel. But if it's not Johnny, then there could be someone else who could lead the dojo instead. Yep, I'm talking about Kreese. He is the one who made the dojo after all, but I have to say, his way of teaching is a little too harsh. And you know that's bad when it's Johnny saying it. So would it really be okay for him to lead the dojo again? Well, there's no way for me to know. But Kreese isn't inherently evil like Silver. Sure, he can get pretty mean at times, but at least he's never stabbed someone, unlike another Cobra Kai sensei. Although no one actually knows where Kreese even is right now. After escaping jail, we never saw him again, but he needs to come back. Why? Because he has to be redeemed before the show ends. Cobra Kai Season 5 has hinted at a redemption arc for John Kreese, yet his escape from prison suggests that the sensei is still struggling to make amends. The therapy sessions throughout the season definitely had an influence on Kreese's development, since we saw him confront people and memories in his life. By revisiting his younger self, Kreese is forced to confront his own failures as the sensei of his best student, Johnny Lawrence.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna say it's the in the mirror hair zhuzh.
There you go. That is good.
A little bit Spanish.
Un poquito.
Yes!
Tori Nichols' appearance in Season 5 reminded Kreese of all he had done wrong, and while it was difficult for him to face his fears, it was a necessary step on the path to redemption. John Kreese's emotional therapy scene in Cobra Kai would have been enough to start a redemption arc for the character, but that was derailed when Season 5 revealed that he was already planning his escape. While it might have seemed like Kreese was genuinely regretting his actions, it's clear that his main goal was to get a key card. If he still isn't able to face the consequences of his actions, even though he brought up Johnny and Tori, then Kreese isn't ready for redemption yet. And that's why Cobra Kai ending is the right choice. See you in the next video.